Preparation is everything when you're vegging up your diet. Take time each week, set aside a day, and let's do some prep work. That's what we're doing because I know there's going to be some big cooking going on this week because that's what home cooks do. Let's get started. Take time each week, set aside a day. When you have a major event coming, the first thing you should do is to try to prep as many of the vegetables as you possibly can. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start with those nice aromatics. This particular mandolin I purchased at Williams-Sonoma probably 25 years ago, but they still have great mandolins. And the good thing about it is the fact that 25 years ago and it's still working and it cuts perfectly and I use it every week. So was it worth the investment? Absolutely. If you have a mandolin, today is a good time to do it because you know you're going to be slicing and dicing quite a bit and you want to be able to save yourself as much time as possible. So I'm getting the outer layers of our onions off, and then we're going to get them sliced, some diced, and the others we can do whatever we want to with them. For this week's recipes, I need 2 onions diced, and I need them really small diced so that no one will really be able to see what they look like once it's cooked. Because I have a lot of little people coming, and if they see the onion, then the onion exists, and they won't eat it. So let's get all of that chopped. Okay, I need one more. I'm in a hurry that I didn't use the safety guard. Don't do that. Those bigger pieces I'll use another way because we don't want to tear up our fingers. All right, so 2 onions that are small chopped. I like to lay a piece of paper towel in the bottom of the container that I'm going to store my onions in, and actually most of my vegetables in, because moisture is not necessarily their friend sometimes. And so we've got the onions in, and we're going to get that all cleaned up and taken care of. So these are the small diced onions ready to go, and that will go into the refrigerator. Now next, we're going to switch it out, and we're going to slice up some onions. And I'm going to need a thin sliced rather than a thick sliced. So I've got the thin sliced blade, and when you buy a mandolin, you want a good one. And I tell you what, there are a lot of fake mandolins out there on the market. So when you purchase one, go to a reputable store and get a good one. This will work great in our salad. Okay, 2 nice onions. Okay, that's done. Let's get these into a container. Paper towel in. And our sliced onions are ready to go. Let's get to the potatoes. I'm going to start with some sweet potatoes. I thought about it and thought I'd better add my cutting glove because that's the last thing I want to do is to slice my hand. Sweet potatoes can be quite tough, so be very careful when you're slicing. Okay, 1 potato. When you're using your mandolin, be sure to proceed slowly at first. And the reason for that is because you need to make sure that you have nice, even pressure. And you want to be very careful as you're working. Also, keep in mind that if you have small pieces that need to be sliced, use the hand guard. Now, the little small pieces, we can actually put those aside and use them in a stir fry. I'm going to need the slices for my sweet potato casserole. Sweet potato 3. Okay, our sweet potatoes are all finished. I have 4 that are sliced. I'm going to put those in there. And in this case, I don't want them to change colors. So like I said, I'm just putting the slices in. All right, all small vegetables over there. So this is ready for the refrigerator. I also need some regular potatoes this week. And I think what I'm going to do is to actually put them in. I'm going to dice them, but they're going to not be that teeny tiny dice like the onions. They're going to be a little larger. Please be very careful. These little cutting gloves are very handy, and you'd rather use your cutting glove rather than end up at the hospital having stitches put in. Take it from one who knows. Now these potatoes that I'm preparing now, I could actually use them for potato salad, or I can use them for a soup, whatever I want to do with them. All right. Voila. Now potatoes are a little different. In the case of potatoes, we're going to need to place water on them because otherwise they will change colors. And I'm going to add just a touch of lemon juice to the water so they will maintain their color. I'm adding a little capful of lemon juice to the water. Give everything a little zhuzh. Still have a few little peels that are trying to show up. And our potatoes are ready. Okay, those are ready. Now, of course, if you have a larger family and you need more, then you know this container is going to be huge. But for me, this is just perfect. I love these little tri-colored mini peppers, and I just like to slice them. I don't even worry about the seeds because they're not really spicy. They're just very colorful. Now they've been washed, and I'm just slicing them up because I can use them in a salad. I can use them in my stir fry. I can use them wherever, and they're ready for the week. So I'm going to handle this entire bag. Look how easy it is to just kind of chop those up if you need them smaller. Once they're sliced, you can do just about anything with them or to them. Okay, now all of these are going to go on a paper towel lined container, and they'll be ready for the week as well. Yum. The veggies are prepped for the week. The veggies are prepped for the week. Of course, when you're entertaining, you can certainly buy tea by the gallon, but I like making my own. And I keep tons of tea bags all the time. So we're going to make some tea. We're going to do family size. I'm going to turn this up, so I want this water to boil first. I'm waiting for the water to get hot.
You
where we
are
can add our 4 little
always
family
welcome
size tea
into the
bags.
kitchen of Ebony Ivy and Thyme. I invite you to subscribe and to hit that like button before you leave, because of the fact that this is where we are inspiring home cooks to cook daily, to decorate their kitchen, and to love on their family. So I hope that you'll take a moment and certainly join our family. And don't forget, hit that like button. So let's get to the rest of our video. I decided tonight that I would put together a vegetable rice bowl. And what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to cook all of it in my rice cooker. So I've added all of those little pieces of vegetables that you saw me just kind of toss off to the side, that I added them into the rice cooker. There's onion, there's a sweet potato, there's I didn't put any regular potatoes in there, but I did finally add some celery, and let's see what else we can put in there. We're going to also add some rinsed brown rice, and I'm adding about 2 cups. I think that will work. That will make a nice batch, and in fact we'll have some tonight, and I'll have enough to have some another night. Instead of water, I'm going to use vegetable broth. So I'm going to put in about anywhere from 3 to almost 4 cups of vegetable broth, and that's going to give it just enough for those 2 cups of brown rice, because brown rice has a tendency to soak up quite a bit of liquid when it's cooking. I had you in mind, and I was in the process of using the little measuring cup that comes with it to put the vegetable stock in, and I thought, why am I doing this? I might as well just pour it out of the box. So basically what I'm going to do is to put in enough stock that I have at least 1 inch to almost 2 inches of liquid over this entire mixture. I don't want to get crazy with the seasoning, so I'm just going to add a couple of teaspoons of house seasoning, and I'll add in a little bit of Mrs. Dash. I think I'm going to put in some black beans, and then that way I can use the mixture for maybe a Mexican night. I could even make burritos with it, and so my mind is just racing for all the different dishes that I can prepare with this rice mixture once it's ready to go. Once the seasonings are in, we'll give everything a good stir. And you know, the nice thing is that I can turn our rice cooker on, put the top on it, and let this baby go. It will be able to just cook our mixture. I don't have to stand there. I don't have to watch it. I don't have to be cautious. And it's going to prepare itself. I thought about it, and you will definitely want to add some garlic. And I'm going to kind of give it a heaping teaspoon of garlic to add that deep umami flavor to it. I also decided to add about 1.5 cups of chopped tomatoes to this mixture. And certainly if I decide to really use it in a burrito, I would probably add a little salsa to the mixture. Or even if I wanted to use it more as a dip, I could certainly add salsa. I could add put some avocado on top. We can really dress this mixture up once it's ready to go. All right, I'm going to get it plugged in, and we are just going to go ahead and get everything cleaned up from all of our slicing and dicing, and I've got a few errands to run, so we'll get all that taken care of, and I'll be back with you in the evening. I was running low on vegetable stock, And so I thought while I was out that I would pick up several boxes. And, I went down the aisle. I have been looking for Barilla's chickpea rotini, and also, they have a red lentil rotini. Well, I found the red lentil several weeks ago, but still could not get the chickpea. And as luck would have it, Kroger was on the ball and had the chickpea. So I picked up a couple of boxes of that, as well as the vegetable stock. And when you're changing your diet, your grocery shopping list changes right along with it. And so I have found that every week I have to restock the vegetable stock because of the fact that we really do go through it quite a bit, and it's something that you use almost every night. So you have the option of either using the box vegetable stock that's already mixed, or of course you can use the better than bouillon vegetable stock and mix it into water. So that just gives you a few options. Our rice is ready, and as you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. Now, what I'm going to do with it tonight is that I think I'm going to put it in my oven-proof bowls. And I love my oven-proof bowls. Literally, I can put whatever I want on those bowls, sit them in the oven, turn no higher, of course, in setting that oven than 500, but I can put them in, let them cook, whatever the mixture may be, or let it warm up. And in this case, because it's later in the evening, I'm actually going to add some of this mixture. I'm going to add a little bit of salsa on top. I'm going to put some veggie cheese on top, and all of that mixture is going to go into the oven. And I'm going to keep it in there until the cheese melts. It doesn't have to be toasty and brown, but I do want it to melt. And certainly I want my rice to be nice and hot. And I'm going to serve it with some chips and some corn chips that are low salt. And we're going to have a quick and delicious meal. And I'm going to have plenty left over to be able to use another night in another week. Keep this in mind as you're preparing your meals for you and for your family, and as you're trying to add more and more vegetables into your meal plan. Then remember, your dishes are probably going to look different. There may even be a learning curve as far as what the taste is going to be like, but those are things that you will have to make a decision about. I tell you what, we have certainly had to adjust because of the fact that I'm trying to cut back on salt. And my hubby is quite a salt eater, so it's a little tough for him. So he usually goes back and adds a little sprinkle, but not me. I'm determined that I am going to move forward in this journey toward better health and veganism. So I hope you will join me weekly because I'm always sharing with you what I'm learning along the way. I certainly hope you have enjoyed staying with me right here today. We've cooked, we've chopped, we've done everything. And I've showed you one of my secrets in getting prepped quickly, and that's by using a mandolin. So have fun this week and enjoy every meal that you prepare. I'll see you soon. I'm Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony Ivy Thyme.